Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a Dark Magician Girl deck profile. So, not only with the new Dark Magician support that came out in Legendary Duelist 6 Magical Heroes, but we also kind of got indirect Dark Magician Girl support as well, which is really cool, and I'm really excited for that because this is actually a really fun deck that not a lot of people know about, that you can actually play. So, without further ado guys, let's get straight on this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, become part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on this. But before we do, I really quickly want to mention you guys, we do have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi down in the description, so if you guys would like to donate to the channel, definitely check that out. So, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Dark Magician Girl. So you got to play 3 copies of Dark Magician Girl. Basically, she's the big combo starter of the deck. You're going to put her on the field a lot and be able to, special summon her onto the field and use a lot of different effects in this deck that make her, a really force to be reckoned with, which is really amazing that she has an entire deck based around her. Then we play 3 copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician, because Apprentice Illusion Magician is a really helpful card in this deck that you can special summon from your hand by discarding 1 card, and then if you normal or special summon her, you immediately get to add a Dark Magician from your deck to your hand, which is a really good effect to be able to just immediately grab Dark Magician, because you need to play Dark Magician in here as well, because a lot of the support cards kind of overflow with one another, which is nice. Then if a Dark Spellcaster type monster battles, you can either send him from your hand or your field to the graveyard to immediately let that Dark Spellcaster type monster gain 2,000 attack, which is really good. Then we play 3 copies of Dark Magician. Dark Magician really helps out. He's kind of like he's kind of like the supporter in this deck that you special summon him right behind Dark Magician Girl to get different effects off with like Dark Magic Circle and stuff like that. So you really want to focus more on getting Dark Magician Girl out on the field, but Dark Magician's kind of nice in here to have too. Then, for the Magician Girls we're playing in here, we're going to be playing a single copy of Kiwi Magician Girl. Kiwi Magician Girl is, during either player's turn, you can discard her, and the Magician Girl monsters you currently control gain 300 attack and defense for each Magician Girl monster with a different name on the field or in the graveyard until the end phase of this turn. And she also has the effect of when she's face up on the field, spellcaster monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects as well. Then we play 3 copies of Chocolate Magician Girl. Chocolate Magician Girl is one of the best normal summons you can have in this entire deck. Basically, her effect is that you can discard a spellcaster to draw a card, which I know a lot of these look like 9 high-level or 10 high-level monsters, but Chocolate Magician Girl really helps out with that because she has the ability that you can just discard a spellcaster to draw a card. And a lot of your spellcasters that are in the graveyard can be revived with different things like your Eternal Soul and stuff like that. Then she has the ability that if she is targeted for an attack, you can target one of those Dark Magicians or Dark Magician Girls in your graveyard that's a spellcaster monster, any spellcaster that's in your grave, and special summon that card to your side of the field, change the attack target to that monster, and half the attack of the opponent's monster, which is really good. Then we play a single copy of Apple Magician Girl. Apple Magician Girl is here because she has a really neat effect that when she is targeted for an attack, you can special summon a level 5 or lower spellcaster type monster from your hand and then change that attack target to it. And if you do, the attacking monster's attack becomes half as well. And if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target up to 3 Magician Girls in your graveyard with different names and add them back to your hand. So she kind of almost Pot of Avarices your graveyard by adding them back to your hand instead of special summoning them to the deck or putting back in the deck, which is still really good. I play a single copy of Lemon Magician Girl. Lemon Magician Girl is good as well. She's not quite as good as the other ones, but she's still pretty good because you can tribute a Magician Girl monster, and then you get to add a spellcaster type monster from your deck to your hand. And then once per turn, if this card is targeted for an attack, you can special summon a Magician from your hand, any spellcaster type monster from your hand, and then negate the effects, and then change the attack target to it, and then half the attack of the monster that's attacking it. Then we play my personal favorite one besides Chocolate Magician Girl, and that's 3 copies of Berry Magician Girl. Berry Magician Girl has a really good effect, in my opinion. That's why it's my favorite. When she's normal summon, you get to add any Magician Girl from your deck to your hand, which is Dark Magician Girl, Chocolate, Lemon, Apple, or Kiwi, any of those that you want to add to your hand, which is really good. And then she also has the effect of once per turn when she's targeted for an attack, or by card effect, you can change her battle position and then change you can change your battle position, and if you do, you get to special summon that Magician Girl monster from your deck, which is really good. I really like that effect. And then she also has the, I mean, like, just being able to special summon Dark Magician Girl directly from deck is just really good. 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod, when you normal summon it, you get to add a spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and specifically this Dark Magician, which is good as well, because a lot of your support cards that support Dark Magician Girl list Dark Magician as well, so you can just immediately add those, which really helps out. And then we play 3 copies of Magician's Soul. So I know a lot of you guys are probably like, man, that's like a $140 card. Do we have to play that? Well, no, you don't. If you don't want to play Magician's Soul, I have the Magician's Souls, and that's why I'm playing it. But if you don't want to play Magician's Soul, there is a really good alternative to playing Magician's Soul if you really want to play Dark Magician Girl. And that is 3 copies of Super Poly. Super Poly is getting a reprint in the new Shadow structure deck, so it's going to be really easy to get a hold of. But you can change this out for Super Polymerization because you already have plenty of normal summons and plenty of ways to get a Dark Magician. So you have options. If you don't want to play the Magician's Soul, because I know this card is extremely expensive, and, you know, we're all budget players deep down, you don't have to. You can change it out for Super Polymerization, which gives you better access to your fusion monsters in your extra deck. And I'll tell you guys when we get to the extra deck cards that you can take out to add Mud Dragon and Starving Venom, which I'll tell you guys in a little bit. So that's it for the spells guy, or that's it for the monsters, spellcasters, I guess. That's it for all of them. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Dark Magic Attack. Dark Magic Attack is just here for Dark Magician. Basically, you use this, and it lets you destroy all spells and traps while you control Dark Magician. 1 copy of Dark Burning Magic. It is searchable and destroys all cards on the field that your opponent controls while you have Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician on your side of the field. Really good effect. 1 copy of Bond Between Teacher and Student. Bond Between Teacher and Student, while you have a Dark Magician on your field, you can special summon a Dark Magician directly from your, or Dark Magician Girl directly from your deck, and then set the Dark Burning Magic, or add to your hand Dark Burning Magic, which lets you board wipe your opponent. 1 copy of Eye of Timaeus. Eye of Timaeus is really good in here because it lets you special summon Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, or one of your Dark Magician fusions like Dark Paladin or something like that you want to play. A single copy of Secrets of Dark Magic would let us fusion summon a monster from our extra deck that lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as a fusion material. Really good to play in here because it lets you go into the Dark Magicians extremely easily. 3 copies of Dark Magic Circle or Dark Magical Circle. Dark Magical Circle is really good in here too because basically what this does is when you activate it, you get to reveal the top 3 cards off your deck, and then add a card that specifically lists Dark Magician from your deck to your hand, which is a lot of the cards in the deck. Then, it also has the ability that you can put them back in any order, which is extremely important to stack your deck for what you want to get to your hand. Then it also has the ability that if a Dark Magician is special summoned to your side of the field, you can immediately banish a card on your opponent's side of the field, which is good. Then we play 3 copies of Soul Servant, which is the last spell card we're playing in the main deck. Soul Servant lets you place a card from your hand, deck, or grave that lists either Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, or is a Dark Magician on top of your deck. And then it also has the ability that during your main phase, you can banish this card from your grave to draw equal number of cards equal to the number of Paladinium, Dark Magician, or Dark Magician Girls with different names in your graveyard, which in this case is only going to be 2 because we only play 2 different ones on the deck. If you want to play Paladinium Oracle Mana or a copy of Paladinium Oracle Mahad, you can play them over the Magician's Souls as well, but you're getting a little high on those spellcaster numbers, but it is an option if you want to go that route as well. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to be playing a single copy of Magician's Combination. Magician's Combination is really good because it lets you flip-flop your Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. When your opponent activates an effect, you can tribute a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl to summon the other one that you didn't tribute to your side of the field. And if this card, and then you get to negate the effect, which is really good. And then it also has the ability that if this face-up card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can just destroy a card on the field, which is really, really good. 2 copies of Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul lets us special summon a Dark Magician from our hand or graveyard. I just play it as a 2-of in this deck because I feel like we're more focused on Dark Magician Girl and less on Dark Magician. And then we play 3 copies of Magician's Navigation. Magician's Navigation is really good in this deck because it lets you special summon a Dark Magician from your hand, and then you can special summon a level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. And if you control a Dark Magician, you can banish this card from your graveyard and then target a face-up spell and trap your opponent controls and negate that effect, which is really good. Because let's say your opponent drops Mystic Mine and you have Dark Magician on your side of the field, you can activate this card and then negate the Mystic Mine on your opponent's side of the field after this card has been sent to the graveyard the next turn, which is really good to be able to do. But you can't activate both effects the same turn it was sent to the graveyard, which kind of sucks, but it lets you get field set up as well. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. But really consider that Super Poly thing, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So we're going to be playing 2 copies of the Dark Magicians. The Dark Magicians is really good in here because when a spell or trap is activated, you can immediately after that card activates, draw a card, and then if it was a spell or trap, you can set it, and if it's a quick play or a trap, you can activate it the same turn it's set. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can immediately special summon a Dark Magician and a Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or grave, so it replaces itself as well. Then we play a single copy of Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight is a really good card that just requires Dark Magician Girl and a Dragon-type monster, which, again, if you'll notice, Super Polymerization, you can activate Super Polymerization and use that with another card, which is really, really cool. And actually, this one you can't because you have to use Eye of Timaeus. The other ones you can, which kind of sucks. But the other ones you can. This one you have to summon with Eye of Timaeus. I don't make this one as much. It's the other one I was thinking of. Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Basically, her effect is that during either player's turn, you can send a card from your hand to the graveyard and then pop a card on the field, which is good. But I don't make her that much. The one I really make is Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, because he protects all of your face-up cards, and his effect is that he just requires a dragon and a Dark Magician, so you can use Super Poly to immediately fusion summon him out extremely easily. Then we play a single copy of Dark Paladin. Dark Paladin is just a Eye of Timaeus target. You can special summon this card with Eye of Timaeus. And a single copy of Dark Cavalry. Dark Cavalry can be special summoned with Eye of Timaeus as well, or with Super Polymerization if you guys want to change out those Magician Souls for Super Polymerization. I just kind of side them in this deck. If you want to do that, that's an option as well. I play 2 copies of Noriado, the Moral Leader. Noriado, the Moral Leader, is really good in here because you just play a lot of level 6 monsters in here that are spellcast type monsters, and during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that's a spell or trap, you can detach material from him, negate the effect, and if you do, destroy it. 1 copy of Ebon Illusion Magician. This is kind of more Dark Magician side. You detach material from this and then special summon a normal spellcaster type monster from your deck. And then if a normal spellcaster type monster battles, you can target a card your opponent controls and banish it, which is really good. 1 copy of number 11 Big Eye, just to take your opponent's monsters. Red Eye's Flare Metal, just to be able to burn your opponent for 500 every time they activate a card effect. Boral Sword to OTK. I do make Boral Sword a little bit more in this deck than my regular Dark Magician deck. 1 copy of Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, because it's Yugioh's deck, or Yugioh's Dark Magician Girl deck. So Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, I mean, it just goes with it. And plus, everything's higher than level 7, except for, I mean, you can use Dark Magician as a material for this, which is really, really good, to be able to just send Dark Magician to the graveyard and make this. 1 copy of Crowley, because you can normal summon level 5 or higher for nothing, which is really good. And then a single copy of Link Rebo, because we do play level 1s in the deck, and it's really easy to make Link Rebo in this deck. And it just works. Rebo, Blackluster Soldier, Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician, it just works. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a really fun deck. I really enjoy playing Dark Magician Girls. Definitely give that a try if you don't want to play the Magician Souls. I did have them, so I did play them. But if you guys are looking for more of a budget build of this deck, which I totally understand if you are, you can actually drop a single copy of the Dark Magicians, which is this, and a copy of Noriado, and put in a Starving Venom, Fusion Dragon, and a copy of Mud Dragon of the Swamps, which gets you a little bit more of value out of this deck. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell on the so you can become part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.